and welcome to another video. Today's video I'm filming my July TBR. July is the first month of summer for me, well properly summer, and I've got loads of things going on with reading, and I decided this month to have a monstrous reading month. I'm just going to be reading lots and lots, and to be honest, in my defence, I'm nearly finished my 5th book already, and it is only the 2nd of the month. So I am kind of really stoked and ready to just read, and I'm going to show you the books I've got that I'm reading this month. So starting off, I wanted to read Invasion of the Tearling by Erica Johnson. This is book 2 in the Queen of Tearling series. I've got the proof for it and the finished hardback. And yes, I've already read these, and this is what I was going to read, and I've already read them, so yay! Next, I was going to read Altar of Reality by Mara Valdron. Now, this is about a girl who has epilepsy, and after she has one of the biggest epileptic seizures, she wakes up in this world which is very same but different to hers. It's set in a world which is post-apocalyptic after a massive war, where her family is all being killed, and she's been in a coma supposedly since she was 13 years old. And she meets her 2 friends again, but she doesn't remember this world, and then when she has a seizure in that world, she wakes up back in the world which she's known all her life, where it's just like an everyday life for us. Now, this is a sci-fi book about this girl who is able to move between these 2 places, and you find out why, and you find out what's going on, and it's just really fun quick read, and I'm really quite to read it. I'm going to be reading ARV 3 by Camille Renee. This is also a post-apocalyptic book after a major nuclear mishap on the world, where basically the sun kind of like destroys everything. There's lots of radioactivity. People go into silos and hide under the ground for 15 years, and when they come up, they find these people who they call the RVs. Now, these RVs are people who injected themselves with this serum that was supposed to help them from the radioactivity when they stayed up on the top land whilst everyone else went underneath, because not everyone was privileged enough, and it actually kind of turned them into cannibalistic freaks. So it's a survival story, and I'm loving it, and I just, almost finished. I will be reading An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir this month. This is a fantasy novel set around the idea of Rome, I believe. I'm so excited to read this, and I can't wait to review it. I'm going to be reading Glimmer this month by Trisha Carone. This is book 1 in the Black Swan files. It says they stole her family, her freedom, her identity, and now she's taking them back. I am so stoked about this. I believe it's kind of a dystopian read, so I'm really stoked to get into this. The cover's lovely, and I actually have 2 copies of this book, one signed to myself and one signed to a viewer, so if any of you guys fancy this free signed book, definitely come over and check out my Instagram page, link down below, because I'll be giving it away on there. My Read with Ben book pick of the month this month is Family Secrets by Kat Nichols. This is about a girl whose both parents have died throughout her life, and she's living with her best friend and her best friend's mum until the day she gets contacted by her grandma, who lives far away, and she's never heard from her dad's mum before, and she basically has to go live there. And it turns out that this family has a secret, and the secret is they are witches. One of the covens descended from the main 13 powerful witches, and it's all about Sophia finding out she's this witch and having to cope with it, but also being locked away from everyone in this house, and she's basically being kept prisoner, and things aren't quite what they seem. So yes, this is the Read with Ben book pick of the month. It's going to be hosted on Instagram this month, not Goodreads, so if you want to come and join, everything will be on Instagram under the hashtag Read with Ben. As you all know, I read a Julie Crane book recently, and this month I'm reading the sequel, which is Fractured Innocence by Julia Crane. This is all about a girl basically who died or was in a tragic accident, and the government brings her back as this half robot person, and she isn't supposed to have personal feelings. She's kind of been made as a weapon for the government, but she does have personal feelings. She does know what's going on, and she's starting to remember her past life, and she is falling in love with the programmer, the person who's programming her, and he's falling in love with her too. And I'm really excited about finding out what happens in this next book, because it was an extremely fast read, and I don't know, I love her writing, and I love the idea of this series. So yes, I'm reading this one. I'm going to be reading Awaken by Jamie Gerard. I think I said that wrong. It has 3 things run through your mind at this very moment. 1, my life as I once knew it will never be the same. 2, the person I'm in love with may not even exist. And 3, the deception that has unfolded before me has the power of life and death. I believe this is also a dystopian read. I'm going to leave, by the way, the Goodreads pages down below for all these books so you can read them in depth, but I'm super stoked about this one. I've seen loads of stuff over Instagram about it, and I don't know, I'm just really excited because I like eyes. I'm going to be reading an Angela Brown book this month, and this is I believe, a paranormal romance, and this one is called Never Love, a Shadow Jumpers novel, and I'm so stoked about this one. It says, due to your love, there can only be one. When Abigail Bishop, life has reached its final low, and 17 doesn't even seem like a bad age to die. For Basil Hines, perfection is in the key to earning his parents' love, especially his mother's. Never suspected sharing his thought with a friend would bring hellish results. I've just heard amazing things of this being a great YA paranormal, so I am super stoked of reading this book. And maybe I've actually got quite a few Angela Brown Kindle reads, so I'm gonna definitely maybe check some of those out, and also do a free book Friday with a video with one of them, because I haven't done a free book Friday in a while, because guys, as you know, I only want to recommend the best stuff for you. I'm not gonna recommend you just any old free book. They're always gonna be ones I've read and that are good. I'm gonna be reading a book by Sophia L. Johnson this month called Shadow of Deception, book one in the Kamikaze Chronicles. Now, I just want to say, something I love about this author already is every single purchase, every single money made from the sellings of this book is going towards a charity, and I'm going to leave the information down below because I think it's such an incredible idea. This author just sounds amazing, but it's basically about it's a young adult science fiction, which I'm really excited about, and it's about this plane crash, and Kamikaze comes out of the wreckage physically unscratched and wiped of all memories. I love books like this where people are safe and have no scratches on them, or come out of like a major incident okay, and then they have no memories. It's like, what's going on? You want to find out and you have so many questions. Books where you ask questions are the best. So I'm so stoked about reading this and letting you all know a bit more about it. I'm going to be reading Starstruck by Brenda Height. I believe this is a young adult science fiction, which I am so excited about, because I've really been getting into my alien novels recently, and I'm really hoping this is an alien novel too. It says the middle of nowhere has just got a lot more interesting. Living for it already. So, I don't know, and the cover though. I love these covers with girls like facing like that. I don't know why. I just do. I never managed to read Shades of Doom last month, but I'm definitely going to be reading Shades of Doom by Laurie Langdon and Kari Korp this month, because I need to read it, and I wanted to hold off until the last very moment I can, because I don't want to wait forever for the next book because the series is so good. But I just love it. I'm going to be reading a take on mythology, which is called Crane by Stacey Roke. This is book one in the Legend Saga. I believe the horseman is unending, his presence shan't be lessened. If you break the curse, you become the legend. I hear this is a kind of about this legend, this mythological legend that is kind of coming to real life. And I'm so in love with books like this, guys, and I'm kind of hoping this is a creepy book too. I have the feel, I read the first chapter the other day, and it does have that very eerie, creepy feel, so I'm so excited about it. And last but not least, I'm reading two books for review from Curiosity Quills, and this one is Shadows of Apostle by Karen Kinsey, and this one is A Curse of Ash and Iron by Christine Norris. I believe these are both steampunk novels, and they believe this one, they're both kind of historical novels because they're both set in like a past time, but this one's based around a theatre and this one's based in a war, so I'm so excited about reading these. It's going to be really good fun, and yeah, I don't know, I'm just really excited. So as you know, my TBR pile this month is huge, so I will be doing a lot of reading, but I wanted to let you know that every single book, I'm going to make a promise now, every single book I read, I'm going to be posting not a review, but some sort of artistic-y skit video where you can get the feel of the book from, and I'm going to leave some examplers down below. For example, I read a book called Trial by Fire, and I've just done a cover reveal for the new cover, so I'm going to leave that down below. And I recently read a book about witches called Banish, and I did the video in a tree. I'm going to leave those videos down below. And I also recently read a book called Queen and the Tearling, and I've made a weird funny video about that, so I'm going to leave those down below for you to go get a feel of the videos you might be expecting this month. I hope you guys are all great, and I miss you all, and I love you all, and I can't wait to see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.